This is the sewing tutorial of the drafted parts we uploaded earlier. In this video, I'll teach you how to sew this top with a funnel sleeve. I was able to achieve this with a 1.5 yard of Ankara fabric. I'll drop the link of the drafted part in the description box. So without wasting much of our time, let's get right into the video. I have cut it out on my fabric, and you can see I have 1/2 inch all around, and except for the side that I have 1.5 inches around there. So this is the front part, and I have 1/2 inch all around. So you can add whatever allowance you want on the hemline. This is the side. I have 1.5 inch on the side, and I have 1/2 inch all around as well. This is the side front, and this is this other side front, and I have 1.5 inch on the side. So here is the neckline, the yoke. So this is what we have here, and you can see I have interfaced the Ankara fabric, and I've also padded the fabric as well, and you can see what we have. So now we are going to just join. Make sure that the underbusts are matching perfectly, then you join from down to the top. I hope you understand. Just pin it down like so, and join from the down to the top like so. So I'm going to bring the second part right here, and here we have it. So just put it together like this. Make sure that the underbusts are matching perfectly, then you're just going to sew from down to the top as well. I hope you understand. So I'm going to bring the lining pieces, and we are going to just repeat the same process on the lining pieces as well. I hope you understand. So here is the second side. I'm going to just join it together and make sure that I join it together just the same way you have done for the Ankara fabric. Now what I'm going to do is to bring the back, and we're going to place it together like so, and bring it together, and then I'm just going to start sewing from the down to the upper parts like so, and I'll repeat the same process on the lining as well. I hope you understand. Just sew it up, and this is the yoke. Please ignore the second yoke you're seeing there. So I'm just going to place this on each other, and I'm going to pin it down. Then I'm going to make an 1/2 inch stitch on it right on this part here. On this part here, just sew 1/2 inch all the way down, only this part here. So this is what I have after joining the fabric together. I'll come with this pieces here, and I'm going to just put it right side facing each other like this. I'll place it on the armhole area like so at the edge, and then I'm going to pin it down like this. Then I'm going to just make sure that it's relaxing properly. Then I'll bring the lining piece. Then I'm going to place it on it like so. I hope you understand. Just place it on it like this, and I'm going to pin it down with the yoke that I have added, and I'll make sure that these points are matching with each other. Then I'll pin it down. I hope you understand. So the next thing I'm going to do is come to this neckline here, the start of the neckline here, and I'm going to stitch with 1/2 inch all around like so up onto this part. And I'm going to continue stitching right here 1/2 inch. I'll come here 1/2 inch. I'll continue sewing. When I get to this place, I'll curve my hand, just follow the line, and I'll 1/2 inch here. Then I'll sew with 1/2 inch all the way here. You can sew with whatever hem allowance you have added. So I'll sew like this, and I'll stop right here. I'll be leaving the armhole and the shoulder line. I'll come here as well, and I'm going to start stitching all the way from the neckline like this, and I'll stitch all the way down. This is the zipper side. I'll stitch all the way here, and I'll stitch the side as well. I'll stitch the side down as well like this, and I'll stop there, leaving the armhole and the shoulder as well. So after stitching in, this is what I have. After turning it with the lining piece, this is what I have. So I'll bring the back side now, and this is what I have as well. You can see the inside. I'll bring the second piece so that you can see. So here is it, and I'll place them on each other like this. So I'm going to mark the zipper allowance that I have. Remember, we added 1.5 inch, so I have used 1/2 inch to turn in the lining, and we have 1 inch left. So I'm going to mark my 1 inch all the way down, as you can see me doing. Then I'm going to use my ruler to get the lines. So here is it, and I'll bring the zipper. I'll be fixing my zipper on this part. I hope you know how to fix a zipper. If you don't know how to fix a zipper, please kindly let me know so that I can make a video on it. So I'm just going to fix in the zipper, and this is what I have after I was done fixing it. Here is what I have. I'm just going to bring the front piece now and place it on it like so. You can see the way they are matching. So now I'm going to turn the I'm going to turn the shoulder, sorry. Open up one part of the shoulder and put in the other parts in between the one you have opened, and flip it over like so, as you can see me doing. Then I'm going to pin it down on this part here. I'll pin it down here. I'll stretch it forward as well. You know, it's a bit tricky here, so just stretch it forward as well and pin it down again. Then I'll sew with 1/2 inch down all the way. I hope you understand. Just sew it down and repeat the same process for the other side. So after joining that, so I'm just going to pin down the sides together like so. You can see what we have, and I'm just going to measure from the back what I have here. So now this place here is 10 inches, so I have 11 inches here, and I'm going to mark 1 inch. I hope you understand, 1 inch here. So the waistline I'm working with is 8.5. I have 10 inches here that I'm going to mark 1.5 inch. I hope you understand. I have 10 inches here, so I'll mark 1.5 inches right here. I'm going to connect the lines just like this. Then I'll come to the hip line, and I'm going to mark my 1 inch right there. So I'm going to measure it just for you to see what we have. So just make sure that that place is not sharp. So here you can see we have 11 inches, so we have our 11 inches right there for the hip. Now I'm going to repeat the same process for the other side, and I'm going to sew on the lines like so. So now we have come to the sleeve, and now you can see the sleeve part. I've just marked my normal basic sleeve, and the length is about 26 inches. 26 inches length, and I've marked my normal basic sleeve. So I'm going to mark the elbow line now, which is 12 inches. I hope you can see. I'll come up from the hemline. From the hemline, I'll mark 4 inches up. 4 inches. Then I'm going to just connect the lines like so. I hope you understand. From the hemline, from the length of the sleeve, I came up by 4 inches. So here I'm going to mark what I have on my round elbow, which is 12 inches. I've marked 6 inches there. So here I'm going to mark 4.5 inches. You can mark your own round sleeve or whatever you have there. So I'm just going to connect the lines just like this. So if you don't know how to draft a basic sleeve, I have the video on my channel. You can just check it out. So I'm going to use this straight line here now to connect this line from the elbow to this part here. Then I'm going to stop there. So the next thing I'm going to do is to come to this line here. You can see, so I'm just trying to mark what I have there, 4.5 inches, and I have 6 inches here. Then I'll mark whatever I have on this line. I'm going to mark it right on the hemline as well. And then I want to, so this here is how to make one particular sleeve. Just come out by 2 inches right there. Then you're going to just mark it, connect the lines just like this. So if you want this type of sleeve, you can just leave it like this. I hope you understand. So you're not going to be having any joining by the side. You're just going to cut it like this, and you're just going to hold the lines like so. I hope you understand. Just no joining around here. Just cut it out like this, and you have this A-line shaped funnel sleeve. I hope you understand. So we are not going to be working with that now. So what I'm going to do, you can also come here by 1 inch and shape it out. You can decide to style it however you want. I hope you understand. So this is a method of cutting the funnel sleeve as well. It is not going to be like the other one, the one I'm about to do. So this is a fast like another type of funnel sleeve. So now back to what we are trying to do. I'm going to connect that line just the way you have seen it now, and I'm going to come here, divide whatever I have here by 2. I'll mark it right here. I'll do the same thing on the hemline here. I'll mark it, then I'm going to connect the lines just like this, and I'm going to open these parts like this up until that line here. So now I'm going to just cut out this part off, and I'm going to cut this part off as well, just to have our basic sleeve. I hope you understand, because I'm going to be using the slash and spread method. So I'll open up this part like so, just open it up onto the edge, but I'm not going to cut it out. I'll repeat the same thing for the other side as well, just as you can see me doing. I'll repeat it like this. Then I'm going to get a paper, another pattern, and I'm going to place it under like so. Please make sure that your pattern is about 2 inches longer than the length of this sleeve. I hope you understand. Let the new pattern be 2 inches longer, at least 2 inches longer than the length of the pattern you have before. So I'll open it up again. I've marked 2 inches on both sides. I marked 2 inches on both sides to be able to use that to spread this part here. I hope you understand. I marked 2 inches on this side, and I marked 2 inches on the other side as well. So after that, I'm just going to tape it down like so, and I'm going to extend the length of this pattern. So you understand what I was saying. I've extended it, and I'm going to make a curve around here just like this. So I hope you understand. So I'm going to just make this curve like this, then I'm going to shape it right here as well, and our pattern is ready. So I'm going to just shape it well now, and I'm going to cut it out. So here is me cutting it out now. You can see that the shape of the funnel sleeve is already given. So here is what we have, and I'm going to open it up right here. This is the only part I'm going to be joining. I am not going to be joining it by the side. I hope you understand. This side now, I'm not going to be joining there. It's going to be on fold. This side here is going to be on fold. I am not going to be joining it. So now I'm just going to join it on this part here. Then you can see what we have. I've already added it here. So I'm using a net. That is why I'm cutting it on a pattern. So here is going to be on fold. Then I've added my little allowance around it. And here now, if you want this part here, now I have 4 pieces here, but if you want to use this net to turn each other, because I'm going to be using bias to finish the hemline of the sleeve of mine, but if you don't want to make use of a bias, just cut. You're going to be cutting 4 pieces for one sleeve, 4 pieces for the other sleeve, because you're going to be using this one sleeve to turn each other. I hope you understand. You're going to be using one sleeve to turn the other like a lining. So you're going to be cutting 4 pieces for the both sleeve. That's 8 pieces, but now I have 4 pieces because I'm using bias. So I have 2 pieces for the first sleeve, 2 pieces for the second sleeve. I hope you understand. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my bias to join the hemline, and I'm going to, by the time I join it on both sides now, it is going to fit in with the sleeve. I hope you understand what I explained. Please, if you have any question, ask me in the comment section. I'll be willing to respond. So here is the pieces that I have. I have 4 pieces here. So this is 2 pieces here for one sleeve and 2 pieces for the other sleeve. So you're just going to place it like this and turn it if you want to use it as lining. That is what I was explaining. So this is what I'm going to be using for one sleeve now. I hope you understand. So that is basically it. So after I am done, this is what I have. So here is what I have after I am done. This is the sleeve. You can see the way it came out so nice. Then what I'm going to do now is to fix it on the bodice of the fabric, and here you can see after I was done, this is what I have, fixing it, and we are done with it. You can see the way our blouse is looking so good. So if you have learned anything new on this tutorial, please kindly give my video a thumbs up. Do not forget to turn on your post notifications so you can get notified whenever we upload a new video. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for liking my videos. Thank you, and God bless you. I will see you on the next one. Bye.